grilled chicken my style. Cut and clean the chicken. I've got 6 pieces of legs here. I'm just cleaning it. You can use chicken wings, you can use chicken breast, it's completely up to you. I'm just using chicken legs. Just going to make some slits on the chicken leg so all the spices can go in, all the flavors and spices can go in. So just make some slits using your knife like so. Next, wash your chicken thoroughly using cold water, one by one. I've left the skin on of my chicken, guys. You can take the skin off. I've left it on. It gives it a nice crispy layer on the outside when you're grilling the chicken. So that's why I've left it on. Once you've washed the chicken, leave the chicken to a side. It's time to make the marinade now. So take a clean bowl and add in 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil. So just add some oil into your bowl. Once you've added the oil, you can add in your spices and your herbs. So I've got some thyme here, just adding some thyme in. I didn't really measure my thyme. I think I've added in half a teaspoon of thyme. Some oregano, so again half a teaspoon of oregano, so add that in. And then add in some basil, so again half a teaspoon of basil. Next, add in some chili flakes. I think I've added in 1/4 to half a teaspoon of chili flakes here. And then I've added in some steak seasoning. You don't have to add the steak seasoning in. If you don't have it, you don't have to. I've had it in my house, so I've just added that in. And then add in 1 teaspoon of honey. So add in 1 teaspoon of honey. The honey gives it a lovely glaze on the outer layer of the chicken once it's grilled. So add that in. And then you can add in the yogurt. So the yogurt, I am going to add in 8 tablespoons of yogurt here. So just adding that in. I'm using natural yogurt here, guys. So I've added in my 8 tablespoons of natural yogurt. Going to add in 1 teaspoon of mustard paste. So I'm just using the normal Coleman's mustard paste. So add that in. Next ingredient I'm going to add in is something called Mr. Naga. Now you might not have this. Don't worry about it if you don't have it. You don't have to add that in. I've got it in my house. I've just added in half a teaspoon of Mr. Naga. You can get that from any Asian shops. So next is my spices. I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of coriander powder. So I've added my first one in. That's my second one. And then 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. So in goes my cumin powder. Next, add in 1 teaspoon of salt. Once you've added the salt in, add in some ginger garlic paste. So I've got medium-sized ginger, which I've grated earlier, and about 6 cloves of garlic, which I've grated earlier. Some green chillies and some coriander leaves. You can leave out the green chillies if you don't want it too spicy. We like it spicy, so we've added the green chillies in. And then some zest of a lemon. So using a grater, just add in some zest. And then I'm going to add in the juice of 1 lemon. Add some lemon juice in. I've got 1 lemon, just adding the juice in. And finally add in some dark soy sauce. I think I've used 4 to 5 tablespoons of soy sauce here. So add some of that in and then give it a good mix using a spoon. Try not to use your hands to mix all the spices, guys, otherwise it ends up going inside your nails. It just looks a bit gross, so just use a spoon and give it a good mix. And finally, I'm going to add in my chicken, which I've cleaned and washed earlier. So add that in one by one. I'm using some gloves here, guys, to protect my nails from staining. So just going to add all the chicken in and then give it a good mix using my hands. Making sure all the marinade go inside the slits of the chicken that you made. So just rub it on like so. And then put it on the oven tray or the grill rack for about an hour on 250. Let that marinate for 1 to 2 hours. Place the chicken on a oven tray or the grill rack and cook it in the grill for an hour on 250. I'm only making 2 pieces because there's only 2 of us. The rest of the chicken legs are put away in a Ziploc bag in the freezer for another day.